Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Just a quick note from me to say thank you so much for choosing to tune in to watch today's episode. I've checked the stats recently and I was blown away to see that 93.6% of you who choose to tune in and watch these videos aren't already subscribed to the channel. Now, if you're watching these videos because you're looking to level up in your life and make positive changes, it starts by changing your environment and what you consume. So make sure that you're subscribed to this channel so that you're consuming some incredible, inspirational, and empowering content and stories that will help you make positive changes in your life. Enjoy today's episode and stay visionary. My guest today is Albanian businessman, head of the Albanian Football Federation and vice president of UEFA. He is known as one of the most successful businessmen in Albania over the last 30 years, covering businesses in areas like agriculture, telecoms, digital TV, retail, and obviously football, which is where we are today at the Arena Football Stadium here in Albania, Tirana. So, Armand Duka, thank you so much for joining me on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for the invitation.
My first question for you is, where does the love for football actually come from?
Është e vështirë që djesh një shqiptar që nuk e do futbollin. Futbolli është më shumë se fe për shqiptarët.
It is difficult to find an Albanian that doesn't love football. Football is like a religion for Albanians or more.
Kështu që si gjithë shqiptarët e tjerë edhe unë e dua futbollin, po tashmë që jam prej disa kohësh presidenti i Federatës Shqiptare të Futbollit, e dua akoma më shumë.
Like all Albanians, I love football, but since I am the president of the Albanian FA, I love it even more.
Did you used to play football, which is why you love it so much, or has it just been part of your culture?
No, unë nuk kam luajtur ndonjëherë futboll profesionist, futboll rrugë si gjithë fëmijët e tjerë, tash dhe ne jemi rrit me futbollin, po me futboll rrugë.
I have never played football professionally. I've just played football in the streets like all the other kids. We have been brought up just playing footballs in the street.
Por fakti sepse, do të thënë, fakti që jam bërë president i Federatës Shqiptare të Futbollit nuk vjen nga sepse kam luajtur futboll rrugë. Por në kohën që unë jam bërë president, vërtet, le të themi komuniteti i futbollit mendonte që duhet kishte një menaxhim ndryshe nga një njeri jashtë botës të futbollit luajtur dhe më propozuan mua nga bota e biznesit për të drejtuar federatën.
I'm not president of the Albanian FA because I was playing football in the street, but at the time where they were looking into a new president for the FA, they elected Armand as someone who was prosperous in the business world to lead the FA.
Duke menduar që vërtet futbolli kishte nevojë për një menaxhim ndryshe, për një njeri me le të themi me ide biznesi për të patë më shumë le të themi mundësi financiare për rimëkëmbjen e tij.
Thinking that football really needed someone with a managerial background to increase the financial prospects of football and its development.
Clearly, it's important to be a businessman to be able to be the president of the Albanian Football Federation and even the vice president of UEFA. What makes you good at business?
Jo, për mua arma kryesore jo vetëm në biznes, në futboll, por në gjithë fushat e jetës është korreksion marrëdhënie.
My strongest trait in life and in business is that I am very.
Not I am, but everybody need.
Everybody
correct,
is quite correct in relationships, so very respectful, and I'm finding the right word for correct.
Correct. Okay.
As in,
Nëse të kthehen prapë me termat e futbollit, në futboll thuhet që zakonisht që për të pasur rezultat duhet kesh, ose për të bërë futbollist i mirë, duhet kesh talent, duhet kesh fat, edhe duhet punosh.
To become a good football player, you have to have talent, you have to have luck, and you have to work.
Në rastin tim nuk besoj, pak talent mbas edhe kam, por nuk jam talenti dhe fati, po është vetëm puna.
But it's not talent and luck, it's just work, and work.
What makes you work so hard?
Nuk e di, mbase Le të themi pretendimi dhe për objektiva të mëdha?
I'm not too sure, maybe the ambition to achieve really high goals.
I'll come back to the goals in 1 second. Football and business are both very high stress. How do you deal with the amount of stress that comes with managing a football stadium, being president of the Football Federation, being vice president of UEFA, and all your businesses?
Shikon, varet se si jeton gjërat, po jeton me stres, është më mirë mos bësh asgjë.
Depends how you decide to live things. If you're living with stress, you're better off doing nothing.
Nëse i jeton, i përjeton dhe i bën me kënaqësi, atëherë mund të bësh më shumë se sa dy punë.
If you are living and you are loving what you're doing, you can do more than two jobs.
Kështu që unë asgjë, as biznesin dhe as futbollin nuk e bëj me stres. Ditën që të mjen, domethënë të më kthehen stres, do t'i lej.
I don't do neither business or football with stress. The day they become stressful, I'm just going to leave them. I'm going to quit.
What is your advice for people who don't love what they do? How can they find what they love?
Në fakt, çdo njeri e dashuron një gjë, por mbasa akoma nuk e ka gjetur atë që dashuron, kështu që duhet kërkojnë dhe të bëjnë atë që dashurojnë.
Everybody has something that they love, but maybe they haven't found what they love, so they need to keep looking and find what they love so they can pursue it.
Mirë është që mos vazhdojnë të bëjnë atë që nuk dashurojnë.
It would be good if they stop doing something they don't love.
Hey guys, just a quick one. The purpose of this podcast is to help you create a life you love in all areas. That includes your business, your career, your relationships, your health, and of course, travel and lifestyle. One of the most amazing travel experiences I've ever had in my life was to the Maldives last year, thanks to Simply Maldives, who organized everything from the flights, the transfers, and the incredible luxury hotels. I personally wouldn't recommend anything that I haven't tried and tested myself and had a phenomenal experience with, which is why I'm super proud to say that this podcast is now officially sponsored by Simply Maldives. Simply Maldives is a dedicated travel agency that specializes in helping you find the perfect trip to any of the Maldivian islands. So whether you're considering your honeymoon, your next romantic getaway, a trip with loved ones or family, or even kids, fill out the form below for a no obligation quote for you to see if the Maldives could be your next luxury destination.
Sepse në këtë rast në fakt do t'i kthehet në stres dhe asnjëherë s'do kenë sukses.
Because in this way, that will turn into stress and they will not be successful in what they're doing.
I completely agree. And I think there's too many people in the world that are living life full of stress because they feel that's what they have to do and they stop themselves from finding more of what they love. What has football taught you about business?
Në fakt po të është ajo që thamë edhe më parë që është e njëjta gjë që edhe në futboll edhe në biznes duhet gjesh momentin e dur se kur duhet mbrosh dhe kur duhet sulmosh. Kështu që ajo që mëson nga futbolli për biznesi është timing për sulmuar ose për të mbrojtur.
It is what we just also mentioned in the previous conversation. Like in football or in business, you have to find the time when to be in defense and in attack. And that is what business teaches you, the timing when you should be in attack and when to be in defense.
Por ka dhe një gjë tjetër shumë mirë futbolli që vërtet duhet ta mësosh, le të themi team spirit.
There's something really good for football that you teaches everyone, which is team spirit.
Dhe në fakt, Chelsea suksesi gjithmonë është team spirit.
And the key to success is team spirit in everything.
Who is your biggest inspiration and why?
Hajdan.
He said Aidan, which is my son.
Ah, amazing. And why is he your biggest inspiration?
And Ira, but he's little, so...
Both of them, yeah. We can't leave the other one.
Yeah.
So, why are they your inspiration?
Okay, janë inspirimi im se janë një vete mi, po janë bebe, janë inocencë, janë e ardhmja, janë ajo që për cilën ne duhet punojmë gjithë, unë për nipa dhe për çdo fëmijë tjetër.
They're his inspiration because they're his nephews, but also because they are kids, they're innocent, and they are the future. And we should all be working for the future of our kids and the future of the next generations.
Nëse ne arrijmë vërtet bëjmë një gjë për ata, vërtet mund të jemi të lumtur.
if we succeed in achieving things for them, then we can leave this world happily.
What do you think is the most essential skill for someone to be able to succeed in today's world?
Është e vështirë të them se kush është një nga aftësitë më që çelësi suksesit, por sepse duhet të kesh disa për qenë një sukses.
It is difficult to mention just one because you have to have a few things to be successful.
Unë e përsëris prapë që duhet të jesh korrekt, që ti duhet të jesh
Punctuality, I would say, in a way, but it's also about being a man of your word and punctual and respecting your agreements, I guess.
duhet të jesh punëtor i madh,
Work really hard,
duhet të jesh i respektueshëm, respektosh të tjerë.
respect others,
Por unë mendoj që është shumë e rëndësishme edhe që të kesh kokën mbrapa dhe të t'jesh le të themi me kohën tonë.
but
Se ku ke qenë dhe t'jesh me kohën tonë.
it is important to also look behind, see where you've come from, and be grounded, down to earth.
I love that. That is some of the best advice I've ever had.
Yeah.
Is there a particular book that you have found extremely helpful in your life, in business or personally?
Libri më i mirë që më ka ndihmuar për të qenë i suksesshëm është libri i prindërve të mi. Pavarësisht se nuk e kanë publikuar për gjithë botën, por ma kanë mësuar mua.
The best book in life is the book of my parents. Maybe they haven't published that for the whole world, but they have taught that to me.
And that has got to be one of the most profound answers I've ever had. My last two questions for you, okay? My podcast is called The Mindful Creator. What does being mindful mean to you?
Fakt kjo është një gjë që unë nuk e bëj. Duke punuar në uroj që domethënë nëpërmjet punës të kujdesem edhe për shëndetin mendor, por nuk është që bëj një gjë të veçantë për të mbrojtur ose për ta pas vërtet se ka shëndetin mendor në rregull.
This is something I don't actively do. I just think working really hard that will take care of my mindfulness.
Inshallah kjo është stërvitje.
Hopefully this is just kind of a training for my brain and just letting the hard work do the work for the brain as well.
Po, më duket sikur suksesi është që gjithmonë mendosh mirë. Nëse ti mendon mirë, unë asnjëherë nuk jap përgjigje kur më pyesin njerëz si je, i them, ti si, unë i them gjithmonë shumë mirë jam.
So I have a feeling that it's always about thinking positive and saying you're well. Always think well. If someone asks you, how are you? I'll never say, oh, not so well. I'll always say, I'm doing very well.
Dhe kjo mendoj që të ndihmon që ti jesh vërtet mirë.
And this really helps you feel well.
Absolutely. Constantly instructing your own mind to focus on the good,
Yes.
not the negative. I love that. My last question for you. What is the one piece of advice that you can give to everyone listening, whether they're English, Albanian, or anywhere else in the world listening, to help them succeed or achieve more in their life?
Domethënë që të arrish diku duhet ta synosh atë. Domethënë para duhet ta vendosësh objektivin, pastaj duhet gjesh strategji dhe mënyrat se si do shkosh ke objektivi. Domethënë këshilla që mund t'i jap është që mos të eci në mënyrë okazionale dhe pa menduar se ku do shkojnë. Por ta kanë vendosur objektivin, padyshim objektivin që vërtet duan dhe dëshirojnë dhe ta arritshëm. Dhe pastaj ndërtojnë strategjinë dhe politikat për ta arritur.
The best advice is you have to set your objective and then you have to set your strategy how you're going to get to that objective. It has to be something that you think as achievable and then you do everything.
Në fakt asgjë s'ka parë.
In fact, nothing is unachievable. But you just have to set your objective and your strategy how to get there, basically.
Duhet gjesh strategjinë e duhur.
Finding the right strategy is the key.
Strategjinë e gabuar nuk arrin ta bësh.
With the wrong strategy, you cannot achieve anything.
Po nuk besoj as në rastësi që do arrish rastësisht, kështu që duhet ndërtosh strategjinë e duhur.
But I do not believe in coincidence. You're not going to get that coincidentally, so you have to build the right strategy.
Is there any technique to find the best strategy for someone?
Teknika është e lehtë për gjithë, mjafton që ta mendosh mirë, ta hudhësh në letër dhe ose në mendje dhe pastaj ta implementosh.
Finding the technique is easy. You just have to think it really well and think it thoroughly in your head or put it on paper and keep thinking about it.
Ka njerëz që nisën për udhëtim pa mendu se ku do shkojnë, ka njerëz që programojnë çdo detaj se ku do shkojnë.
Some people will go on a trip, on a holiday, they plan out every single thing they're going to do it. Some people will just going to go, they're just going to go and not plan anything.
Surprizat për këtë që shkon pa planifiku janë më të mëdha se sa për atë që ka planifikuar gjithçka.
The latest will face a lot more surprises on his trip than the first one who has planned out everything.
Absolute gold. That is the perfect way to end this podcast. Armand, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that.